celebrating the world's most popular sport. This is Ultimate Soccer. And now your host, here's Soccer Steve.
Well, hey, I tell you what, great game. We got through that one. And hey, woo, there's some nervy moments, some really nervy moments about that one. Now, I'm not gonna do the brain drain and give you the post-game yada 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 by the second. I've got some other things to talk about, some different things. You know, things like details, issues, and what I'm worried about. I'll bring what I'm worried about right at the end. But I tell you what, guys, this wise old fox has got a worry on the horizon, way on the horizon. I'll tell you about that right at the end. But quickly on the game. I've got to say, the game was like the crowd, and I'm not being rude to the crowd. Love you guys in Edmonton. You did a fantastic job. I know. Eyes saw the crowd. So it was a great atmosphere, and it was a total North American, beautiful festival sports atmosphere. But bless their hearts, the Voyagers, as much as they tried, they couldn't get that crowd to ignite like they want. And the problem is because not many people in that crowd are soccer nuts like the Voyagers. And bless their hearts, the Voyagers, east and west and the coast. But a lot of those people tonight are sports fans, or more so, people that are looking for an event to go out. So they had a great time. And by all measures, that was a great crowd. It really was. Visually, it was beautiful. But it wasn't a stereotypical soccer crowd like you would get in BMO Field. So there's the difference that I was trying to explain in shows gone by. I wasn't trying to insult anybody. I was just trying to show some of my wisdom of what I saw coming. Now, second game, the media in Edmonton should react to that and start really promoting, let's go Canada, let's go, because when the crowd sung that, they were in unison. And remember I said in the last show, the crowd needs to be in unison. When they sung that, they were in unison, and it was fantastic. And, you know, just those little things like that is what I'm trying to point out here. Now for the game. Fast and Furious, we're not going to waste any time. This is not a 20-minute show. And love all you subscribers. People, love you. Really, you don't know how much I do. And if you're watching now, please subscribe. You're going to get into this. You're going to love it. It's Fast and Furious. It's bang, bang, bang all the time. That's the only way I know how, even when I hit the mic. It's the only way I know how. This is how it is. People that watch the show know it. But, back to the game. First half, second half, click, click. It's a mirror image of each half. Now, Canada dominated the play. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hit the bar twice. Second one I'll come up to. The Tajon Buchanan crossbar challenge. Wow. Wow. I mean, oh my life. The whole crowd was like, oh! It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, I'm not saying that I do things differently, because I think if you're watching, you're thinking, yeah, I do. But the guys on TV, they can't be flamboyant. I am flamboyant about the game because the game is beautiful and I talk it beautifully because it's the only way to talk the game. And that's why people in South America, Central America, North America are responding to this channel. And big up to all you guys, football, soccer connoisseurs, all here. And there's a lot of them here in Canada. Totally. So, first half, second half, it's the same game. It's a mirror image. Canada is battling. It's a game of attrition. It's not silky plays, although some of the plays were just dynamite. I mean, oh, I tell you, tic-tac-toeing plays and step-overs, and man, oh man, I saw more flash play tonight in Canada's game than I have in a Brazilian game. I can't remember when. And I tell you, we looked good at it. We got a lot of flair, a lot of confidence. And I tell you what, we've also got a lot of balls. Because some of the hits that we took tonight were more hockey-style hits than soccer. And bless their hearts, all the guys that got bashed got up, like that flag says with that maple leaf on it. They got up, boom, straight away, and played on. Now they hurt and they got battered, but they got up. And even superstar Alfonso, he got battered and he got up. And we got up, we got battered, we got up, we got battered. And it went on all night. And half time, it's 0-0. And the crowd is silent at half time. I'm like, what are you doing? Applaud the guys off. Give them a hand. Now, there was an ovation from the Voyagers, but the rest of the crowd really didn't respond. They would respond in the second half, and they got into it, and they would get into it, and so would the rest of the nation. Second half starts off, it's much like the first half. It's a battle. It's physical, it's fouls, it's a referee that's not calling it, and he calls it against you, and you're thinking, what's he doing? And when you really do look on real close, the ref didn't do a bad job, I tell you what. Some of the calls that we were hearing in the crowd where people were like, what? He'd actually got it right. He did a good job. He really did. The ref was not off the beaten track. He was pretty on the money. And some of the calls didn't really appease the crowd. But when you know the game and you can see things in timing, that ref did a decent job. I know it doesn't sit well with a lot of people, but you got to go with what you got. And he would not rule out or rule in what happened in this game. The goals, what were going to come in this game, came, and that decided the game, not the ref. So he did a fair game, so don't worry about the ref. But anyway, second half kicks off. It's the same as the first half. 57 minutes comes in, and a game that's looking ugly then flowers beautifully like a butterfly and flies into magnificence, and we get a goal. And it was a super cool finish, and a tap it in the far corner with my eyes firmly watching what's happening. And I'm talking Jonathan David. Hey, I got 2 of his shirts coming, remember? Yeah. I don't know when they're going to get here, but anyway, they'll get here. But Jonathan David looks in the corner, bang, taps it in there, and I'll tell you what, beautiful finish in a very tight moment where it would have been easy to blaze it over like we'd seen in the game, or to push it wide like we'd seen in the game. But Jonathan David, killer instinct, and as I've seen him say a few times, I am very cool and calm when I finish. He was. Bada boom, bada bing, 1-0 Canada. That's all she wrote. And there was a few, I would say, nervy moments towards the end of the game where Canada had to watch what was going on. But they rode the storm, rode it out. It wasn't easy. Johnny Herdman kept it together, kept the team going. The substitutions were on the money. Even Alfonso coming out on 82 was perfect. Mexico's coming next, guys. He can't go full bore for 2 games. He'll burn out. So Johnny Herdman did the right thing. No problem there. Overall, the team did a fair job. I'm happy with the defence, but a few times we did leave ourselves open for a counter-attack breakaway where it would be a one-on-one. And well done to Miller and Vittorio in defence for stopping a few of them. So we left ourselves open at the back a few times, but you've got to be really aware of that, because that could cost you in a big game. Today was a big game. We got away with it with great interceptions. The team played phenomenal. It was a great night in Edmonton. The crowd really was a great crowd. But I think with a bit more nurturing of a simple quote of "Let's go Canada, let's go Canada, let's go Canada, let's go." Put that around, people. We need that crowd singing that non-stop. Get that going. 1-0 turns into 3-0. But we gotta have that crowd allowed. They deserve themselves the right to go ballistic for 90 minutes in a soccer environment that they are yet still to really live. And the places that live it are in Canada is Impact de Montreal Impact, Toronto FC, Vancouver Whitecaps, and Canadian Pacific League teams as well. So Canadian Premier League teams, sorry. Those are the teams that really register with the whole soccer aspect. So let's bring our brothers and sisters that are not magic and nut crazy about soccer. Let's bring them on with some of the simple stuff with Let's go, Canada, let's go. I'm not going to beat it too long. Anyway, moving on. Issues. Right. Okay. Basically, I'm saying end the 90 minutes, we win it 1-0. You know all about it, so I'm not going to kill that one. Issues. Issues, really. In the game, Alfonso, love him. But you know what? Hometown hero. Trying to do too much. Bless him, bless him, bless him. Mate, you could see him trying his hardest to get something going and maybe ignite something for the flag. You know, I think Johnny Herdman did the right thing on 82 minutes to bring him out. I think it was fantastic. Now, Mexico's coming up next. He is going to be riding that wave. He's going to be riding that wave, and he's going to be ready for Mexico. And if he'd have gone full 90 minutes and maybe pulled something or maybe been injured, we would have been kicking ourselves, especially Johnny Herdman. So, wise decision, bring him out, get him ready for Mexico. I think next game, Mexico, Alfonso and a few of the other players, Jonathan David as well, they latch up and match up well. Tajon Buchanan too. Can you imagine if they were playing on a beautiful, soft, silky field, how good this could be? Anyway, here's the deal. We've played on that field in Edmonton tonight. We're wise of what the bounce is not, how it plays, how it feels. We know about that. We've got one game in on Commonwealth Stadium on that Scott turf, right? So, we're wise to it. Mexico, they don't get that. They don't get that. You can train on it, fine. But when the game goes live, it's a different tempo. We've had that tempo for one game. So, that's an advantage. Don't look at the field in Edmonton as a disadvantage moving forward. It was fair for both teams in this game, Canada, Costa Rica. Now it's fair for both in the next, but we got one up on Mexico. So there's a plus. It's also going to be bloody cold in the next game, so get ready for that one. Look at the calendar. Woof! And I'll tell you what, the wind blowing my place right now, south of Edmonton, I'll tell you what, we got chronic wind. When the wind starts to blow up here, the temperature starts to go down. So, get ready for a temperature change. I'm saying it's going to be chilly, chilly, chilly on the game. I'm going to bring a pre-game Canada-Mexico very soon. Technical and detailed. And it's going to be detailed. I'm going to tell you where things are going to happen. Tonight, I think we're happy with 3 points. We're sitting in third. And when you look at the table, Mexico, US on 14. We're in third on 13. Panama on 11 in fourth. And remember, I told you, I figured that Panama might get that win, in Honduras. I'm going through the results tonight. Honduras lost at home to Panama 3-2. USA beat Mexico 2-0, like I said they would. El Salvador drew 1-1 with Jamaica. And get this, Jamaica took the lead in the 84th minute. And El Salvador said, well, you know what? Let's have 90 minutes and we'll just tie it up, and it's 1-1, and that's all she wrote. And that kills both teams. It really does. And when you think that Canada took out Costa Rica now, looking at the table quickly as this brain looks at it, top two teams, you got the USA on top with 14 points, Mexico in second on 14 points, Canada third, 13 points, Panama fourth on 11, Costa Rica on 6. Then you've got Jamaica, and you've also got your fellow rivals, El Salvador also with 6, and then at the bottom of the table, Honduras. Tell you what, it's just nasty. I'm not even going to say it. Anyway, looking as we move forward, what am I worried about? I'm worried about this. Qualifying has gone great so far, but the one thing that I'm worried about is right at the end of qualifying. And it's the game in Panama. And Panama's game plan right now for qualifying is to match us. If they match what we do right to the end of qualifying, when we get to the end of qualifying, there's going to be a game. And it's against Panama. And it's in Panama. And it's game 14. And if we don't set ourselves up proper style before we get there, I tell you, I'd hate to think that Panama would kill our third spot on the final day. And if you look back in history, Honduras 8-1, that wasn't the final stage of qualifying, but it was final for us in that qualifying year. But we lost the final game 8-1 in Honduras, and nobody saw that coming. This time around, the final game is what I'm worried about again. And Panama's game plan right now, remember, is to match us. If they match us, they line up a cup final in their home stadium against us. If they win that, it might be enough to knock us from 3rd to 4th. I hope we don't draw too many games from now till the end, and I hope we get enough wins. But one thing's for sure, this team is definitely exciting to watch. Mexico's coming up next. The crowd is definitely going to be loud again. We are in this. We're 1 point off the top of the table. And if you had said before the qualifying final phase had begun, would you be happy if you were 1 point off first spot after 7 games? How many of you would have said, what? We're going to be there? I'll take that right now. And I'll take that right now. And these guys are doing a phenomenal job. Next up, tell you what, people, it's the pre-game from Mexico, Canada, Commonwealth Stadium, yours truly. And again, all the subscribers, big up to you guys. I see the numbers. I see what's going on in behind the show. And this is pretty amazing what's happening. Subscribe this to everybody you know, Canadian fans. We're in this together, and we're in this deep. And we ain't stopping, and we've been doing this for years. But we just finally threw it on YouTube to try and get people together. So, theultimatesoccershow.com on the web. Go there, check it out. Link below, you know the deal. And subscribe every time you watch it, if you're new. And also, like it if you do. At the end of the day, next up it's Mexico. I've had a blast. It was a nervy game. I didn't enjoy every second of this game, I'll tell you that for nothing. But I do enjoy the results, and I do enjoy the interaction with you. And that's me and you personal. And all the personal information and exchanges of texts, emails on the YouTube channel, everything else is fantastic. And yes, the website is going to bring a blob so we can keep together with an ultimatesoccershow.com blog. Okay guys, that's all we got. I'm out, and we'll talk to you later.
This is Ultimate Soccer with Soccer Steve.